Now, therapy partners are made up of a team of specialists that ultimately our aim is to support somebody or anybody who has suddenly developed an eating style that may in the long term have a negative impact not only on their physicality and mental health well-being, but also on any choices that they may wish to make in the future. It is not specific to anybody. Being a mental health disorder, it can affect anybody. We all have mental health, but it's whether it's positive or negative. Now, eating disorders and people that choose to overeat, that is the same as any form of addiction. There isn't an awful lot of information out there to support us on our journey to eating disorders, which is why you have got me here today. So that's why today is really important, that we can try to at least start our journey to raising the awareness as to what eating disorders are, how they start and how we can help them. Right, okay, so this young lady said that there may be a stage where they get to where they feel so insecure about the way they look that they're scribbling their face out. Exactly, so there she is, a model, and she's still not good enough because they have to change absolutely everything, don't they? They've changed everything from her eyes to her nose. They even took her head off of her neck and made her neck longer. And when they make her legs go even longer, that always makes me feel a little bit woozy because I think, what was wrong with her to start? Well done. What this young lady's just said is to encourage us to buy their products. So I think the key factor here is the fact that the more we buy their products, thinking that we're going to end up looking like one of these lovely young ladies, or if you're a man, that lovely young man over there, they're going to end up making money.
It wasn't one thing that caused me to have my eating disorder. It was a number of little things that kind of, well, not little, big things that kind of built up, and it was just one thing that triggered the whole thing off. So I've had every single eating disorder going. I've had anorexia, I've had binge purge disorder, and I've had bulimia. And it just went in cycle after cycle after cycle. So I started off with anorexia at the age of 17, where I was doing excessive exercising and eating half a cup of brown flakes a day, and spending 5 hours in the gym to burn it off. It wasn't until I was actually banned from going to the gym that I kind of turned to the binge purge cycle, and I'd spend hours in my room day after day just eating and throwing up. My way of controlling my life was by not eating or controlling how my weight was. So, but the repercussions of that were I can't have children anymore. All my hair fell out, my teeth went manky, I've got osteoporosis in my bones, my period stopped for 4 years. So yeah, there are big health impacts that can happen.
The road to happiness would lead to losing a certain amount of weight. And when you get to that certain amount of weight, realising that actually you haven't achieved that. So you push the boundaries more and more and more. It might not be today, it might not be next week, it might be never. But if one person in this room notices and recognises something that we've talked to you about today and asks for help either for themselves or somebody else, as I said before, then our job is done. Thank you. Thank you.